do anything. It doesn't matter. You don't need the comment section. I prefer the comment section, but you don't need it. And I am happy to report that even though it doesn't affect you at all, I have the sound working again the way it's supposed to be working, where I don't have to literally shout the entire time, which I had to do last week during the T-Bone, the Lunsby show. I had to shout the entire time because I was trying to get the pop to stop. I feel like I am doing something wrong. I feel like something isn't doing what it should be doing. Okay. So let me see if I can one mo again get this right. Nope, I cannot. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well. Hello, Tegan. Hello, James. Hello, Robert. It's good seeing you all there. Sorry your comments aren't making it into the chat window. Oh, and then all of a sudden they do. Instantly, really without any of my support. Good morning, everybody. It's T-Bone from the Lunsby Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew on the Supplemental, a little addition to an add-on for what is the Lunsby Show. I hope you've been enjoying the Lunsby Show as of late. I apologize. There was a temporary delay in putting out a supplemental last week because, they wouldn't let me. I didn't have the ability to do this from the hospital room. Interesting concept, though. I'm going to be back in a hospital room in the future, and maybe I could find a way to pull it off and actually do this from the hospital room. That'll be. That is only for those of you who truly enjoy the show. Would you enjoy me broadcasting from a hospital room? You deserve the shout outs, Mr. Taney. You and your family are amazing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Okay. Don't want to get all sentimental, but, as the Golden Girls would say, thank you for being a friend. Here we go. Here we go with your national days of the week. Starting with tomorrow, the 9th of September, it's National Box Wine Day. Or as we call it, the Cardboard Day. I love, hey, you can knock it, man, but if I can't buy a gallon of wine at a time, the best I can do is buy a couple of liters of wine. I like boxed wine because I am not a fancy word for someone who tastes wine. Sommelier? I don't know what it is. I'm not one of those people. I consume wine like I consume all other alcohol, with zest. When I'm drinking, I'm not, I don't buy $3,000 bottles of whiskey or anything like that. I don't buy $100 bottle of wine because I'm just going to drink it and enjoy it. I love boxed wine. It's Boxed Wine Day tomorrow on 9 September. On the 10th of September, it's National Suicide Prevention Day. Okay, Timmy. I'm sorry, I got distracted by Timmy's comments. He's going to catch me later. No problem. You just can't participate if you're mowing the grass. But I understand mowing the grass when it's temperate. The 10th of September, National Suicide Prevention Day. Hey, I'm supposed to say that suicide is never the answer. That's what I'm supposed to say. That suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It's never the answer. but I don't believe it. I never have. I've always believed that sometimes suicide is the answer. And I give you an example, okay? You're a bad person, and you want to kill a lot of people, and you decide that you're going to kill a lot of people, but at the last second you decide maybe I'll just kill myself instead. Suicide is the answer. It is the answer to kill yourself instead of killing a bunch of people. But let me tell you something. If you find yourself in a predicament where you have to kill yourself, just, do it easy. Don't do crazy. Don't involve other people in your suicide. Don't jump out of a building and land on somebody else. Don't step in front of traffic and create that. Just overdose, man. Just do car in the garage kind of thing. Just don't involve other people in your end of life decisions. It's National Suicide Prevention Day on the 10th. On the 11th, it's No News is Good News Day. Did you know on the 11th, there's only 5 other national days? It's like nobody wants September 11th for any celebration. But somehow they were able to get in No News is Good News Day. I don't believe that either. This is a whole week of things I don't believe. No news is not good news. If there's no news, it's probably really bad news. Tub and along the... I love that Jess is laughing hysterically and that she thinks what I say is awful. On the 12th, it's National Police Women's Day. And I'm not talking ragtag hags like Cagney and Lacey, even Haggerty, Mariska Haggerty. I'm talking fine cop women. They do exist. Really hot cops exist. I've taken pictures of them. Many of them exist in Europe. I did a commercial. While I was in Spain for the Automatic Holster Group, and their series of videos. They got a smoking hot cop in one of the commercials. It's National Policewoman's Day. Objectify them if they're worthy of objectification. Here we go with the 13th of September. It's National Stand Up to Cancer Day. Here's the deal, okay? Stand Up to Cancer started with comedians raising money. The woman's name that is a cancer survivor, I can't remember right now, but it was comedians that were doing this, hence the name Stand Up to Cancer. But somewhere along the way, and this was long before 2008, and I was looking at the history of Stand Up to Cancer Day. It was founded in 2008, which is not true. And it was founded to stand up to cancer, which is the dumbest thing imaginable if you're not a stand-up comic. Stand-up comics standing up to cancer is Susan. Yes, exactly, Robert. Susan G. Komen. Stand Up to Cancer was a stand-up thing to help raise money for the Susan G. Komen Foundation. It wasn't just people bravely standing up to cancer, because that's just stupid and dumb. I don't mind you stealing the thought for a good cause, but at the same time, I kind of do, because comedians, we own that. I'm very upset about that. I am upset. On the 14th of September, it's National Sober Day. Unfortunately, it falls on a Saturday, the least likely day to be sober. I thought you were mowing the grass, man. Timmy's daughter, Emma, is celebrating her 16th birthday on National Stand Up to Cancer Day on the 13th. So she's not a fan of the show. We're just going to throw it out there because she's not going to get a shout out in the regular show. You're going to say happy birthday, Emma. Don't drive. Don't drive for all that that is holy. Don't drive. Save your mom and dad a lot of money and stress. And finally, it's the 15th. It's National Wife Appreciation Day. Or as I call it, every day. If you don't appreciate your wife, get a new one. Trade her in. If you don't appreciate your wife, what are you doing? You're missing the whole point. You're supposed to marry someone that you're going to love and appreciate for the rest of your existence, or as the clergy say, until death. And if you don't appreciate her, cut her loose. She'll be happy. You'll be happy. Go get you another. They're easy to find. There's like one on every corner. There's wives waiting to be had. It's easier when you have money. All right, so that is your national days of the week. Let me tell you, as we move on to the community service note, the community service thing, when I advertise something, when I promote something, I really do make an effort to go there and visit them and support them in some way, shape, or form. And yesterday, I was supposed to go to Pet Supplies Plus and support the lodge at Sawmill, which is a farm rescue. It's an organization that again, I said this on the Warno on Friday. It is strange to live in a place that needs farm rescues, but here I am in central Pennsylvania, and it's a thing. So they were trying to raise money for it, and my absolute intent was for me and Zeus to go there, and we promoted them a little bit on the Warno, and we were going to throw them a couple of bones in person, but the strangest things happened. So Zeus needed a spa day. He needed to get his nails did. He needed a good bath. He needed an anal expression, which, every time I get a pedicure, I ask for an anal expression. They don't. But you could. It'd be fun. So I want to take Zeus to his regular place, and the entire staff went to a grooming convention. Okay, things happen. I found another place nearby. I went there. I dropped him. I made an appointment. I went there. I dropped him off. I went to go get money for a tip, and they called me up and said it was illegal for him to be there without his updated shot records. It was illegal. So I said, okay, I'll be there. And I went and I got him. And when I walked in, the woman gave me attitude. I was like, I'm here to get Zeus because apparently it's illegal for him to be here. I mean, you took him from me without an argument, but it's illegal for him to be here. I just thought she was being obtuse. and then we went from there. We went to Pet something, big corporate store. And they said the same thing. He said, we need an updated shot record. I'm like, I don't have that. And we can't take him. We can't allow him in. Okay, all right. Okay, I get it. So my morning is completely smashed. It's just backwards. It's not happening the way it's supposed to happen. So I don't get, he doesn't get an anal expression. He doesn't get his nails done. He doesn't get a bath. And I'm so frustrated, we come home. Now, once we get home, that's when I realize, I was supposed to go support the lodge at Sawmill with the farm sanctuary, and I never did. So I apologize for that, and I told you that to tell you this. I couldn't find anything to support this week except that, and I did that on Friday for an event that happened on Saturday, and my wife threw away the savings guide. And even on the electronic version of the savings guide, there was nothing there. So If you got something you want me to, throw some attention towards, I will, but you got to tell me. And if you're not telling me, invite me in a calendar-like event. And those are especially helpful because they pop up in my feed like, you're going to do this today. And even though I'm not going to do it today, I am going to promote it. I will give you free ad space on the supplemental for something that I want to do. Moving on. All right, I got to shift colors just a tad because you can't see that. Because if you do, it would ruin it. It would ruin it. All right, here we go with the thing you've all been waiting for. It's This Week in History, a trivia style. I have asked the internets to provide me with 7 questions that take place during the week of 1 September through 7 September, this week in history, and I don't know the answers. So I will guess along with you, sometimes providing my reasoning, because where the frick is the mouse? Because there is a time lag between when I say something and when you hear something. Here we go. Question number 1. On September 2nd, 1945, which country officially surrendered, beginning an end to World War II? September 2nd, 1945, what country officially surrendered, bringing an end to World War II? Was it, multiple choices are being provided. You could guess without the multiple choices. You could just guess. On September 2nd, 1945, what country? Mr. Taney says Japan. Without having seen the options, he says Japan. Was it Italy? Was it Germany? Was it Japan? Or, I saw that, or was it the Soviet Union? Those are your options. Was it Germany, Japan, the Soviet Union, or Italy? Now, I'm going to tell you my guess is Germania because of the way the question is worded. Officially surrendered, what country officially surrendered, bringing an end to World War II? September 2nd, 1945. So I know the Japanese, or VJ Day. The Japanese, all right, so what is it, August the 6th, and August the 9th, I think it was Hiroshima Day and Nagasaki Day, and they surrendered soon after that. I believe it's Germany. That's my guess. The weakest one. Funny. All right, question number 2. On September 4th, 1957, which U.S. state's National Guard was ordered to block African American students from entering a racially segregated high school? Robert also says Japan to question number 1. So James and Robert say Japan. I say Germany. We'll find out who's correct soon. It's September 4th, 1957, U.S. State National Guard ordered to block African American students from entering a racially segregated high school. Any idea what state that was? Was it Alabama? Robert says it's Alabama without knowing the options. Was it Mississippi? Was it Arkansas? Or was it Georgia? The options are Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, or Georgia. And of course, if any of you have watched Forrest Gump, you're immediately thinking it was Alabama. You can't change your answers, man. especially when we're on to the second question. But you're watching with your family, so okay. Okay. Now he thinks, Mr. Taney thinks it's Germany. What state's National Guard was ordered to block national African American students from entering a racially segregated high school? Now, I initially also believe it's Alabama, and if you choose Alabama based on the movie Forrest Gump and everything that was going on at the time, but for whatever reason, something in my brain says Arkansas. That's where Slick Willie was from, right? Hope, and James says Alabama. So we're all saying Alabama, but I'm telling you, I got the strange feeling that it's Arkansas. I don't know why I feel that way. Well, I'm not going to doubt myself any further. I see the National Guard with George Wallace standing on the steps. I see, and was it Dwight D. Eisenhower was the president and said, nope, that's not going to happen, and we're going to make this happen. And then Forrest Gump picks up that little girl's books. Excuse me, ma'am, you dropped something. Here we go. Question number 3. On October 5th, 1972, during the Munich Olympics, members of which group took Israeli athletes hostage? What terrorist organization in the 1972 Munich Olympics took the athletes hostage? What peace-loving group, supported by kids all over America, was it Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, Black September, or Hamas? Hamas. I think it would be good to start calling Hamas hummus. PETA, that's a funny answer. Was it Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, Black September, or Hamas? Brown versus Board of Education. Forrest Gump played for Alabama because the movie was by him being from Alabama, and he was there, and you said in the books. I was in the movie Forrest Gump, and we filmed it in South Carolina. So take that. Robert goes with hummus. I don't believe it was Al-Qaeda. I don't think they existed at that time frame. For what I believe Black September was a terrorist organization that may have been involved in the 1972 Munich Olympics. I'm going with Black September. I have yet to go 7 for 7. None of us have gone 7 for 7. 1972, during the Munich Olympics, members of which terrorist group took Israeli athletes hostage? What was it? Hezbollah, Hamas, and Black September. We've all made our guesses. Moving on. Question number 4. On September 1st, 1985, the wreckage of RMS Titanic was discovered at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Who led the expedition? Was it Jacques Cousteau? Was it James Cameron, Robert Ballard, or Ernest Shackleton? All great explorers in their own right, except one that kind of stands out. I believe Black September was predicated the PLO. Robert goes with Ruth. Ruth wasn't an option. Who discovered the Titanic? Was it James Cameron? Robert says James Cameron. Was it Jacques Cousteau? Was it Robert Ballard, so saith Mr. Taney and the Taney family, or was it Ernest Shackleton? I'm going with James Cameron. I don't know why the movie guy was at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, but I'm pretty sure it was him. That's my guess. Question number 5, only a couple more to go. On September 3rd, 1783, which treaty was signed, officially ending the American Revolutionary War? September 3rd, 1783. Also part of Project Azorian. Okay. We'll find out if you're correct. I don't know if there'll be a tagline for Project Azorian, but now I'm curious. September 3rd, 1783, what treaty was signed officially ending the American Revolutionary War? Was it the Treaty of Ghent, the Treaty of Paris, the Treaty of Versailles, or the Treaty of Utrecht? Okay, well, neither are you, man. The Emancipation Proclamation is a smart guess by Robert. A wrong guess, but a smart guess just the same. The Treaty of Versailles, the Treaty of Ghent, the Treaty of Paris, or the Treaty of Utrecht. Now, Utrecht was a famous Viking. I doubt anything had to do. Robert's going to Charlie out with the Treaty of Versailles, which I have heard of. I've heard of the Treaty of Versailles. I've heard of the Treaty of Ghent. I've never heard of a Treaty of Paris or a Treaty of Utrecht. So I'm going to go with Robert. I'm going to Charlie out on this. I am also going to go with the Treaty of Versailles. Moving on, question number 6. On September 6, 1901, U.S. President William McKinley was shot by an anarchist while attending a public event in what city? William McKinley was shot and killed, not immediately, his doctors actually killed him. Where was he? Was he in Washington, D.C.? Seems probable. Mr. Taney is going with the Treaty of Paris. Was it in Chicago? Also probable, because, modern day cities where things get shot up a lot. Was it Buffalo or New York City? Baltimore by Joe Biden. The Treaty of V was World War I. I believe you, but don't begrudge my guess. Where was when William McKinley shot? Was it Washington, D.C.? Was it New York City? Was it Chicago? Or was it Buffalo? What are your guesses? I'm curious. Before we go to our final question. Robert's going with Washington, D.C. So you've had time to hear the question. You've had time to respond with an answer. The clock is ticking, Taney family. Oh, we can't Google it fast enough. Wait, we'll get the right answer in a moment. He's going with Chicago. You're both wrong. This occurred in Buffalo. I am sure of it. We'll find out if I'm correct momentarily. And finally, the last question, September 7th, 1533. What future Queen of England was born? A Queen of England born in 1533. Was it Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth I, Queen Mary I, or Queen Anne? 1533. Now, this is not a ruling queen. There's very few of those. Queen Elizabeth I is Robert's guess. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. I'm pretty sure it's wrong. But I don't know what the correct answer is. Sorry, Anne. We answered a bad area. 1533, man. That's a long time ago. I'm gonna go with Queen Anne. I think it was Queen Anne. So Taney goes with Robert's gonna go with Anne, even though he already said Elizabeth I. Taney's going with Victoria. We'll find out. Here are the answers. Are you ready? Can I get a drum roll? Do I even have a drum roll? I have sounds. I got rim shot. That's non-working rim shot. That's as close as I can get. Maybe you can hear it. I can't hear it. Oh, because of one of these buttons, right?
Only.
The opinions expressed here do not represent.
Naval State.
Wrong one. All right. Here we go with the answers. The actual answers. Question number 1 was Japan. Congratulations for those of you who chose Japan. I clearly read the question wrong. Not going 7 for 7 this week is correct, James, because I didn't make it past 1. Question number 2, we were all wrong. It was not Alabama. It was Arkansas. I know it. The Arkansas 9, the little something 9. I knew it. Question number 3, those of us who answered Black September, me, got that correct. Anything other than Black September was wrong. Question number 4, it was not Jacques Cousteau. It was not Cameron Bracewell. My friend Cameron Bracewell will enjoy that. Kirk Cameron. It wasn't the movie guy. It was actually Robert Ballard. Good job, Mr. Taney. Question number 5 was the Treaty of Paris, not Versailles. Question number 6, again, I know it was Buffalo. Hey, let's go Buffalo. It was definitely Buffalo where McKinley was shot. And the Queen, born in 1533, was Elizabeth I. That is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for playing along. Thanks for tuning in. We have Supplemental, something we do every Sunday morning. Have a little fun way to start our day. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being around. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you're a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Brew would tell you to not forget that you are loved. And I will remind you, if you're going to commit suicide, don't involve other people in the cleanup or in the act. Okay? All right. Have a wonderful day, and stay tuned. A new episode of the Luns B Show will be taped later today.